Have you ever reached a point where nothing makes sense? Where your hard work leads to failure, your prayers seem to vanish into thin air, and every single plan you've made just falls apart for no reason at all? In these moments, faith isn't supported by evidence anymore. It has to stand completely on its own. And this is the exact moment that Islam speaks to most powerfully. The Qur'an doesn't pretend these feelings don't exist. It fully acknowledges our confusion, our pain, and our deep uncertainty. But instead of just acknowledging them, it reframes them. Allah asks a profound question in the Qur'an. Do people think they will be left to say, "We believe," and they will not be tested? This verse reminds us that true faith is unproven when life is easy and everything is going our way. It's truly revealed when we're at our breaking point, when absolutely nothing makes sense anymore. Think about the story of Prophet Jacob, peace be upon him. He lost his most beloved son, Yusuf, under the most heartbreaking and painful circumstances. Years, even decades, went by. All the evidence pointed to betrayal, loss, and even death. From an outside perspective, holding on to any hope would have seemed completely irrational, even delusional. But what did Jacob do? He said, "I only complain of my suffering and my grief to Allah." He wasn't complaining to people. He was turning to his Creator. This was pure faith. Faith without answers. Faith without closure. It was a faith that refused to die, even when logic was screaming at him to just give up in despair. This teaches us something crucial. In Islam, faith isn't about having no questions. It's about choosing to trust Allah despite having a million of them. Let's look at another powerful example. Maryam, or Mary, peace be upon her, imagined her situation. She was alone, completely misunderstood by her community, and facing immense social shame and humiliation. And in that moment of crisis, when everything inside her must have wanted to scream, to defend herself, to explain what was happening, what was she commanded to do? To endure in silence. Allah told her, "So eat and drink and be content." Contentment in the middle of chaos. Obedience when surrounded by uncertainty. Trust without a shred of clarity. This is a recurring theme you'll find woven throughout the Qur'an. Consider Prophet Moses, peace be upon him. He was standing at the edge of the Red Sea, with the entire Egyptian army charging down on him and his people from behind. There was no visible escape. The sea was in front, the enemy behind. His people panicked, crying out, "We are surely overtaken." It was a moment of absolute, logical certainty that they were doomed. But Musa, with a certainty that defied all logic, replied, "No, indeed, with me is my Lord. He will guide me." And notice this. The sea didn't part a minute early. It parted at the very last second, at the exact moment when faith was the only thing they had left. Islam teaches us a lesson that goes against our modern instincts. Often, Allah removes our understanding before He grants us relief. Why? Because understanding builds our confidence in ourselves and in our own logic. But uncertainty builds surrender. It forces us to let go of our own plans and rely completely on His. Even the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, experienced this. There were times when the divine revelation paused, when his enemies mocked him relentlessly, and when the future looked completely unclear. During these difficult periods, Allah didn't always give him an explanation for the delay of a hardship. Instead, He simply asked His beloved Prophet to remain steadfast, to hold on. Allah reassured him with one of the most comforting verses in the entire Qur'an. "And your Lord has not forsaken you, nor has He detested you." This is the core of it all. Faith isn't about knowing what the final outcome will be. It's about trusting the one who is in complete control of that outcome. In our fast-paced modern lives, we're conditioned to expect immediate answers, instant clarity. When we don't get it, we start to panic. We feel like we're losing control. Islam invites us to take a step back, to breathe, and to remember a fundamental promise from Allah. Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. Think about that. If you are carrying a burden right now, it means you were specifically created with the strength to handle it, even if you can't feel that strength within you just yet. So what does this faith look like in our daily lives? Sometimes, faith is simply continuing to pray when you have zero motivation left. Sometimes it's choosing to do the right thing, to be obedient, even when you don't feel that emotional rush or spiritual high. And sometimes faith is making the conscious choice to hope, even when everything and everyone around you is telling you that hope is foolish. The Qur'an never promises believers a life that is easy, or one that will always make sense to our limited minds. It promises something far deeper, far more profound. It promises peace. Indeed, the allies of Allah will have no fear, nor will they grieve. Why? Not because they had all the answers and understood every twist and turn of their lives, but because they trusted Allah through everything. So, the next time you find yourself in that confusing, dark place, remember this: faith, when nothing makes sense, is not a sign of weakness. It is the purest and most powerful form of strength. It's the ability to look up and say, I can't see the path ahead, but I have complete trust in the guide. And so often it is only after the storm has passed and we look back that we realize something truly profound. All those things that didn't make sense, all those confusing moments and painful trials, they were shaping us. They were forging us into someone far stronger, more resilient, and more surrendered to God than a life of easy understanding ever could. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it.